Hi guys, I'm here. But give me a minute. Oh, we've got feedback. Things are going haywire. Back in a sec. Hello. It's all going haywire. New crafting setup, and it's taking a bit to get it all to work. I can't get into my chair. Can you hear me? Do we have mic? I hear you. Awesome. Okay. That is very close. And also the wrong side for when I'm looking at my screen. This is going to get confusing. So this is, my camera is on a different side than my computer screen. So when I look at my computer screen, you'll see in the back of my head. So I think that's going to have to change. This is not going well. Can I safely zoom out a bit, because that's very close. Nope, that's in. Nope, that's as far out as I can go. Okay. You're just going to have to put up with the side of my head and the back of my head for the day. Because it's not going well. So basically we've changed things around. Over here. We've changed things around. You can see the mess that is my conservatory behind me. I apologise. We're still in the middle of changing things, but we are getting there. But I had to put the camera at this angle for crafting, because otherwise you're going to see my kitchen door. But that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to work out something else for face cam, or I go no face cam while doing crafting. I don't know. I'm going to have to wait and see. But you're going to see a lot of the back of my head from the looks of it, because the only way I'm going to see chat is if I look that way. Oh, I need my fan on. I'm so hot. And the screens on the computers were being a bit of a nightmare. Not the screens, the web browsers. They kept switching onto the wrong screens, which was what took me so long trying to get them onto the correct screens. But yeah, this camera is going to be a problem. You're just going to see the back of my head a lot. Let's see the chat anyway. So where we are. So we got Cheryl. Hi Cheryl, thank you for joining us. And I noticed you arrived earlier, but I was still mid-panic trying to get this all to work. I thought I had it all organised and all sorted, but it didn't account for having a face cam on the camera that was going to then show directly behind me, and directly behind me is the door to the kitchen, which I try to keep free from camera view because there are people still in the house go to and from the kitchen. I don't know how to do a green screen so that people can move in and out without seeing my stuff, so I don't know what to do about that. I mean, this particular craft I could potentially just move over to my actual computer desk, but I don't want to. I have the cameras set up here so that we can have better camera footage, and I can't do that over there on the computer desk. So I'm not sure what to do. Might need to work out some kind of green screen thing. If I can take a photo of my shelves that are all here, and then use that as a green screen on the back or something. See if that can give me the camera angle that would be more in this more suited place. But for today, we're going to go with this. We'll see how it goes. Cheryl says hi to everyone on Twitch, which at the moment we have Duncan, my wonderful hubby, who is lurking because he's upstairs working, but he monitors things just to make sure it's all working. And we have Azzy, Floof. Do you prefer Azzy or Floof? To be fair, I kind of like saying Floof. Azzy. Okay, Azzy it is. Yeah, once you key out the area, you can place it any image you like. Yeah, see, I don't know what you mean by key out the area. I've never used green screen in my life, so I don't know how that works. I'll have to do some videos. Not do video, look up some videos and see how it works. But I can get that done for next Thursday's stream. That shouldn't be a problem. Because the gaming streams are alright, because that's literally my computer area, so that's got the correct backdrop. But this room is basically the corridor room between the lounge, the conservatory, and the kitchen directly behind me. So there's not really a wall behind me as such. There is a little bit of a wall, but it's mainly the kitchen door, which is why we've tried to avoid having it there, so that people can still go past and won't be spotted on camera, if that makes sense. I added the fluff because Twitch said I can't have 3 character long names. Why not? A lot of people have 3 character long names in real life. That's just mean. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, Azzy is what I will go with. Am I saying it right? Azzy, or should it be Azzy? I'm assuming Azzy. So we're going to get back to doing some of this swan 5D painting, which we were doing a month or so ago, and then things got hectic. I'm only doing it this week. From next week, I will be making more yarn stitch markers and earring things, because I sold a lot of them at the weekend, and my next show's at the end of this month. Nope. End of next month. We're still in July at the moment, but it's the end of August. So I've got until then to make a whole bunch more. So the next few craft streams will literally just be making them. But I thought for today we'll have a break and a de-stress, and we get a little bit more done on this 5D painting because I haven't done anything more on it for a little while. So we're just going to go into our next section, which hopefully you guys can see better because I now have a closer camera, which hopefully shows it okay. But we will see. And it would be in the settings on OBS. You have a green screen behind you, and there's loads of options for those. And OBS locks onto that green and treats it as a transparent region. Oh, so I need to have a physical green screen behind me to do it. There's not one that I can just put a virtual thing on and superimpose my camera feed onto that. It's either that or I just blur out the background somehow. I don't know. I'm not sure. And yeah, it's the first one, rhymes with Jazzy. Azzy. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I finally got it right. That's a miracle for me. Right, so let's peel off this section. And if we start down here, go down a bit so I can see. I think what I might do is start with the falls. That's the first one on this row here. And then we've got some along here and all up here. I'm hoping that's more focused for you than it looks on my screen. OBS shows it quite bitty, but normally it shows alright on the rest of the screen, so we'll soon find out. So 4 is 161. 161. Yeah, I've literally never used a green screen, so I don't know how they work. If I need a physical screen behind me, that's not going to work. There's not enough room. As it is, they're going to kind of squish to get past me. So I can't have a physical screen behind me. It might be that I just can't have a face cam when I'm doing, what do you call it, craft work. We'll sort something. We'll work it out. I already picked up wax, didn't I? Looks like I did. Can't remember. Probably still waxing it from the last time anyway. But try very hard not to get an ink on in the wrong place this time round. But how is everyone today? What are you up to today? Anything good? We've had a little bit of thunderstorm here, apparently, according to the app. We had some lightning here. I never noticed it. I'm still too hot. Hence having a fan on right now. But it's getting cooler, and by the time winter comes, I will be moaning about how cold it is. So, you know, I'm never happy, let's face it. Yeah, you'd have a physical green wall behind you. You can get fold out ones, the software option, the sort of traces out your face and head and blow out or crop out everything behind you. They're very hit and miss. Discord has that option on webcam plan. Oh right, okay. So how it goes so far, it's worked. Nothing disturbing you in the background. Yeah, so far everyone's upstairs. Still spinning. And I am still in jealous awe of your spinning shell. That's stuff you showed in Discord from the last time. It was absolutely beautiful. The colour is so pretty on that. Do you have any plans for it yet? Is it just being added to your stash? That's the one thing I didn't anticipate for setting up my crafting area. I realised this morning that I don't know how I'm going to do spinning live anymore, because I don't know how I'm going to set that up. Because the whole point is to not have to move my cameras anymore, so that they're all in set places, and it's less work for me to set up, which means I'll be able to go live more often because I won't be so worn out from trying to get everything set up. But obviously I have a table in front of me, and I don't know how I'm going to do spinning on my spinning wheel with the table there. So it might be that I have to pull the table out into the lounge out of the way while I do the spinning and then put it back after. Not sure. Need a bigger house, basically. I am getting a storage unit so I can put all my stock and my grid walls and things like that into a storage unit. We go and sign the paperwork tomorrow. That means that the conservatory won't have to house absolutely everything for my business. I'll be able to only have the heat presses, 3D printers and the blanks and things in there, the undyed yarn and things. Anything that's pre-made stock ready to go can go into the storage unit, which is going to be much easier and give us a little more breathing room in the house, because there is just so much stock at this point that we need some breathing room. Yeah, I'd also cut down the use of one of my monitors and the aim to use my laptop as one of the screens. But my laptop today decided that even though I made sure it did updates yesterday so it'd be ready for today, it was going to do updates and a load of crap. So it wasn't ready, which is not great. Which is why I was having problems with getting the browsers onto the correct screens, because I had to squish them all onto 2 screens instead of 3. The OBS is still on the same screen it always was on, but I needed the YouTube backend open and the Twitch backend, you know, the live managers, needed them both open on screen. And YouTube has a funny way of setting their thing up, so if you have a smaller window, it takes over a bunch of, the chat's really wide and takes over a bunch of stuff, which is no good. So I have to have a rethink about how I'm going to do it. OBS does have a combined chat, but as Cheryl will know, it doesn't always work, and it doesn't always give me the messages. So I have to monitor the other 2 as well, just in case it misses anything, which is a bit of a pain. I know what I didn't do, set my timer for when ads are coming. So what do the things say? I can't see, that's great. I put my screens the wrong way around so I can't see when the ads are coming. Let me see if I can have a look a second. Ah, there we go. So it says their ads are 38 minutes, whereas counting the stream elements says they're in 42 minutes. This is why I miss ads, because all my counters give me different times. It's supposed to give a warning in the chat when we get an ads, but that doesn't seem to work either. I did mess with all of the alerts today, so hopefully they're correct. But I got a strange feeling they're not, because I think when Duncan did his dragon at the beginning of the stream, I think it came up with my hydrate screen instead of the dragon one. I don't know why it's done that. But never mind. I'm still very hot but coping. We're going to do some gardening, but it rained very heavily and now we're relieved we want to be all wet. Ah, damn it. That's no good. Have fleece in the pails for washing. Posted update, not sure yet. Oh, well, make sure you don't hurt your back with all the washing. I remember trying to do fleece, how much it hurt my back, so don't overdo things. I'd love to have a dedicated room for crafty things instead of having a small desk in the bedroom. Oh, I commandeered the whole of the craft room and this room and half of the garage. They didn't really get a choice, I just kind of took it. I'm the mother. I spent years making sure that my children and my husband got everything they possibly needed. Now it's my turn. My kids are adults, my youngest is 20. So I don't need to worry about making sure their every need is met anymore. That's their own job. It's my turn. Yes, I'm being very selfish nowadays, and I need to. It's good for me. I put everyone else first all my life. Now it's my turn. Seribot should be good for telling you when the ads are starting and ending. I don't know how to set that up though. You can have the bot put alerts in the chat too. Oh, so I have Seribot for moderation, but I don't know how I set that up. I might have a look on the first break to see if I can see how Seribot was set up. I don't remember how I did it. I put Seribot in there when I first got my channel. It's been a while. So now you won't be gardening today. Do you have any other nice plans? We need to do our garden. It is a terrible state, but it's just finding the time to do everything. You said, did I? Yes. Oh, your yarn looks so pretty. I'm being nosy and looking at Cheryl's stuff she put in Discord. It's just so pretty. I mean, look at that. How stunning is that? I wish I could spin on a spindle that well. I can only do spinning on a spinning wheel, not a drop spindle. Mally, hiya. How you doing? You'll see the lot at the back of my head because the camera's in the wrong position to the TV screen, to the monitor screen. This is the new crafting setup, and there's some teething problems. A few things I didn't anticipate, but we're getting there slowly but surely, you know. It's just going to take time to get everything set up how I want it. That's all. But we're just doing this swan, this 5D painting today. So nice and simple, because after the weekend, after we done the 2-day wall show, but obviously we were there for 3 days because we go up on the Friday. And then Monday, we spent the whole of Monday rearranging all of this. And then Tuesday, we rearranged a bunch of stuff that didn't work on Monday. And then Wednesday, I done some final tidying up, and we did those shelves and things. And then today, I didn't do much, and I hadn't clicked on that. When I look at the camera, I can't see the chat, and if I look at the chat, you see the back of my head on the camera. So that's going to have to change, and I don't know how to do that yet. I'm going to have a think how I'm going to get it set up. But I'm hoping this new zoom camera and the overview camera, which could do with being further over that way, couldn't it? So the overview camera is this one here, and I've just noticed it's slightly off. You can just see the end there, can't you? So you can see most of the swan. I probably could do with moving the whole thing over slightly. How's that? It's also not straight on camera, but I think that's me not putting things straight is the issue. There we go. That did not go particularly straight either, did it? Each time I put it straight, it has to go further over. Oh well. That way. There we go. Try that. We will get there. We will get it sorted out. What are you up to today, Marley? How's your website coming along? You guys getting feedback on the mic at all? Because my mic talking power bar is saying there's a lot of feedback noise, but I don't know where it's coming from. Website's pretty much done, just busy working. Oh, awesome! I'll have to have another look. Feel free to give yourself a shout out, Mally. I think you should be able to post links. Try that again. I think you should be able to post shout outs. I don't think it just has to be me. Explanation shout out with your name, your channel name, should give you a shout out. No, it's explanation SO, not shout out. Explanation SO should do it. God. Yeah, I'm a channel that likes to shout out other people with things. So if you are a streamer and you want to shout out, please feel free to attempt to do the shout out yourself. And if it doesn't work, I'll give it a go. It's temperamental. It works sometimes, but not all the time. Did it work? I didn't hear a video come up. Did the clip come up, Mally? I don't think it did it? Do I need to refresh the damn thing again? My fan just died as well. Okay. I've refreshed. Let's see if this will work again. Hold on. There we go, that seemed to work. So, probably needed refreshing again. This sidekick needs refreshing every time I do it. And I don't know why. I don't know if I've set it up wrong or something. Probably have. It's probably in 100% user error, because that's about normal for me. Need to have the mouse and keyboard this way when I'm working, so I don't have to keep getting up and down, but kind of forgot to put it over this direction when I set up. A little bit more wax. Battery died on my fan, so it's no longer working. Boo-hoo. Forgot to bring my power block down or a lead for it, so I can't charge it. Never mind. Oh, look at that. Duncan to the rescue. He's come with a new fan. His. Thank you. We have identical fans, so we often end up switching them depending on which one of us has got one that's got power on it. Because he'll be able to plug it in up there while he's working and get power for it while it's plugged in, which should be handy. He's also got the light bulb ceiling fan thing up in the bedroom, so he's got that fan as well, so I don't feel guilty taking his. Duncan's office is our bedroom, which is just kind of cornered off a section of it for him. You've not had that issue, so it's probably a user error. I must have done something wrong. Which, let's be fair, is not a surprise. I'm always getting things wrong. But I worked hard today trying to fix all the alerts, and I said I'm not sure if that's worked well. And I also got a channel trailer finally done for Twitch. I need to upload it to YouTube and set it as my channel trailer for YouTube, because I haven't done that yet. Ran out of time today, but we're getting there. I'm slowly but surely getting everything done. It's just going to take time. But when you open up Twitch onto your channel, it's always got a thing for that only I can see about doing a channel trailer, and I got fed up seeing it, so I was like, I must get around to doing it, and then it will stop moaning at me. Duncan has very kindly made me food into my little pink flask again, so I'll be able to quickly eat a little snack when we go on our break as well, because I'm hungry. And it's not that I haven't had lunch, because I have had lunch, I'm just hungry. I have very small meals, but I have them often. So normal calorie amount a day, but just spread over more meals. That way my tummy doesn't hurt so much. I don't know what else to chat about, because all I've done at the weekend was the wall show and then move things around the house, so nothing exciting. The wall show was manic. It was amazing. Saturday was so busy. Apparently we had record numbers through the door. I made record sales, which was fantastic. But Sunday was much quieter, so we took a lot less sales. It didn't matter because we'd already broke our record on the Saturday, so we were still good. But it was a really good weekend. But that's basically all we did, and then we've just spent this week trying to get all of this stuff set out better, and then recover. Though we did go to our board game group last night. We played Code Names and Flip 7, which was really good fun. It was food week, because the last Wednesday of the month we always have food to eat at the board game group as well. So got chips from the chip van that actually parks up in the village hall where we have our board game anyway. So that was nice and simple. So hopefully I got the angle correct and you didn't actually see my son come and go then. Pleasure Salford, yeah, they were fantastic show. It was actually a really lovely done weekend. Last year we were in the sports hall because it's held in a local to them secondary school. I assume it's a secondary school. Size of it's got to be a secondary school. And so we were in their sports hall last year, which is really, really hot. There's no air conditioning. It's absolutely horrendous. And I don't know how the children don't pass out from the heat exhaustion while they're doing the sports in there. Because we actually did have one stall holder pass out last year from heat. But this year we were put in the corridor, which they have one hall, and then you've got another hall, the arbitrarium. I can't say it, but arbitrarium thing, I can't say. But then there's a corridor between the two which connects them. And we were in the corridor, which has a doorway into it. So it's actually one of the main entrances into the event. And we were on the end, right by that main entrance. Like, kind of like where this door's here, we were here. So we were bang smack, everyone's front and centre when they arrived, and I think it worked really well for us. We actually did so well. We actually were only just shy of breaking our sales records on Saturday, so Sunday we just needed to do one sale, and we'd broken our sales record. So we actually did really well. So I was really happy with that, but it means that we've got a whole bunch more stock to do. Duncan is going to be working his arse off every night and every weekend between now and the end of August to get enough crochet hooks done, because we sold quite a few. And I have a second 3D printer en route so that I can get enough yarn bowls done, because each yarn bowl takes between 7 and 8 hours to print. So I'm halving that time by getting a second 3D printer so I can print multiple, because otherwise I'm not going to have enough time to make all of the bowls I'm going to need for the end of the month either. And then of course I got all the stitch markers I need to replace and make, so I'll be doing them from this weekend onwards. I haven't done a stock take yet, we haven't had time, so I'm going to do the stock take, get everything packed away into that unit, and then I'll do all the stitch markers I need and then take them to the unit as and when I got them done. I'm looking forward to having the storage unit because it just means that we'll have so much more space in the conservatory, because as you can clearly see, it is full to the brim right now, with all my stock and my car supplies. So we need a storage unit just to be able to use anything in that room, because I can't access anything in the room. I can't even get to my 3D printer right now. It's right at the back on the table. So we will see. We will get it done. Right, how far up? Yeah, I might as well just do those few falls there as well. I'm just looking forward to having this house more under control, because it's just, there's so much craft supplies and business supplies at this point that it's becoming ridiculous trying to keep everything in the house. Can't do it. I mean, I think we're 5-6 squid balls minimum now. And then all of the baskets that go with them, and then all of the hooks that go with them. That on its own takes up so much space. Let alone the very large amount of crates with all of my yarn and my fibre, and the crochet hooks and the yarn bowls and the sublimation mugs and the sublimation bags. Then all the stitch markers. And then there's my patterns and the samples of the patterns. This is all space that we just don't have for also. Storage unit is just going to work out so much better for it. We've had to go with a bigger one than we planned because they don't actually have any smaller ones available. But they have promised us first dibs on the one and the smaller one that comes up. And they've got an offer of 2 months for half price. So as long as we get it within the 2 months, we actually won't be paying any more than we would have if we paid full price for the smaller unit. So that's all good. We haven't used the storage unit since we moved here. We had our stuff in the storage unit before we moved here, when we were in between places. So it's been 16 years since we used the storage unit, so it's going to be different, but in a good way. It hopefully means I'll be able to get to all my craft stuff easier and be able to do more craft stuff, because I've got so many things that I need to get done, and I just don't have room to do them. And I'd like to have room to do them. So it'd be really good to actually have space. So that's all the falls done, and I think I'm bound to have missed the odd one or two, you know what I'm like. But I think I'm trying to decide whether I do the owls, because that's a chunk there and a chunk there, or do the ones that kind of circle around there, and we got some here as well. I don't know. I think let's do the ones, because that'll complete that section there and do around there. So ones are 792. 792. 1792. Yes. Oh, hiya Andy, how you doing? Hope you're well and that you recharged after your craft event. Hi Andy, so not fully recharged at all. After the weekend, we came home and I had Duncan rearrange all of my filming and setup area. This is all thing, but it's still... Oh, it worked! Yay! Thank you, Mally. This is Andy, and if you don't follow him, go check him out. He does awesome streams. He's just an awesome dude all around, really. So is Mally and everyone else, because everyone I follow is awesome. But do please go check him out. Yeah. What are you up to today? You'll see the back of my head a lot, because the screen that I'm reading the chats from is over there and the camera's there, because I didn't plan fully when I rearranged things. Because I've got to work out how to have the camera without showing what's behind me, because it's the kitchen door. But we're getting there. But how are you? How's your week been so far? Got any good plans? Yeah, if you have any ideas how I can have my background blurred or hid out without actually having a green screen behind me, because I can't put a screen behind me, there's not enough room, please do let me know. I have a backdrop for the gaming setup, because that's all in front of my computer, so that's all of this is the good backdrop for that. But my crafting stuff's now done here, so I don't have to move the cameras and reset everything up, and it's made the backdrop completely in the wrong place, and I have a kitchen door behind me, so can't have that on camera because people are going in and out of it all day. And some of my children don't like being on camera, so I try very hard to make sure that they're not on camera. Yours has been quite chaotic so far with work, my other housework and my dad having a routine procedure, so lots of running around. So you run off your feet again. But I hope it's not been too stressful, even if it's been chaotic. And I hope your other half's father's okay. In theory, probably got ads coming up at some point. Doesn't say when. Ads start in 12 minutes. Let's see if I remember that, shall we? And then when we come back from ads, hopefully I'll remember to press my timer button, and then I'll have to keep an eye on it. I think I got my volume down too quiet, so I can barely hear any notifications come through. I have to knock that up. Would a drop cloth work for the background? No, I mean I have filming backdrops, and I have photography backdrops and everything, so I have backdrops. Just there's literally no room behind me to do it. If I stand up, this is my wall here. If I go that way, this is where it is. So to order to have something here, nobody would be able to get past. I don't know if you can see on camera, but can you reach? Look, I touch the kitchen door and look, I cover the whole area. That's it. There's no room. I quickly turn when no one's down here. Yeah, kitchen door's literally there. My chair's there. So there is no room to have anything behind me, which is where the problem lies. Because if I could fit a green screen behind me, it wouldn't be a problem, but I can't fit one behind me. Yeah, so I'm going to have to rethink the crafting camera, because I like having the face camera so I can actually chat to you. But it might be that I have to go with no face camera and only have the down cameras when I'm doing crafting. Which isn't the end of the world. You know, not seeing my ugly mug is not going to be a problem. But, you know, I feel like I'm chatting to you more when I'm actually talking to you, you know? Just paint everything in your room green, easy. You know what? If we own the house, I totally would. But we rent, and the landlady would not be happy with that. Yeah, we can go white from this awful cream magnolia colour we have. We can paint white, which we will be doing as soon as we get 5 minutes to do it. But that's all we can do. We can't put any actual colour in here. No, if we own the house, this whole house would be much more colourful instead of these boring, dreary, non-bright colours that this house currently is. But when you rent, you have to be much more careful. So with council houses, you can pretty much decorate however you want the council house, but private rent, you're not allowed to do that sort of stuff. We are going to start looking around for a bungalow, so I want to move into a bungalow. Don't know where yet. It doesn't have to be where I am now. I'm just going to look. I want to be closer to a beach, but a bungalow comes first, because it's just going to be easier for my health. So we can try to find a place that's going to work better for my setup as well. When we moved in here 16 years ago, I only recorded little videos. I wasn't even like doing proper YouTube or anything at that point. It was just little things on Facebook. So we didn't plan for having streaming setups and all that sort of stuff. And as much as we keep trying to convince my eldest son to move out so I could steal his bigger bedroom, I kind of like having my children at home. I moan about them not going out and getting their own place because I want the bedroom, but I love that they're at home because when they're at home, I know they're safe and they're getting fed, not by me. I just make sure that they are eating, make sure there's food in the house and they eat. In fact, at this point, I think my eldest brings more food home for us than we do for him, because he works in the kitchen and sometimes they have leftovers, and so he brings the chickens home to us, which is really quite nice. On the odd occasion, steak and burgers and things for the boys as well. I don't eat that, but my middle son comes and goes as he pleases, so he sorts his own food out. But when he does get home, I'm always checking he's had something to eat, because I've got to monitor, make sure they're still being healthy, even if they're off out working every hour God sends. You feel that? Yeah, it's like one day I'll have a bungalow, and the boys won't be coming with us for that. Well, the oldest one, he said he's going to get his own place with a friend, probably. Middle one keep changing his mind whether he's going to come with us or not. And the youngest has made it perfectly clear he's still coming with us wherever we move to. He has no ties, he can get a different job. And so he plans on just coming with us. Because at the end of the day, he's 20. It's too expensive to get a place on your own. Our eldest is 28 this year, and he's only just starting to think about getting his own place because it's just so expensive. He's going to do a house share with a friend. And that's the only way they can afford it. And he works full time, he has a good income, it's just everything is so freaking expensive nowadays that they can't afford to move out. So we're probably going to look for a 4-bedroom bungalow somewhere, and that way, if they want, they can all come with us. And if they don't, then I have a room for filming. I'll have a dedicated room, which would be really nice. Though Duncan may come and do it for an office, because let's face it, he deserves an office because I'm the one who keeps taking all the space. He needs his own room. He needs an office. So he should get first dibs of an empty room rather than me. Command strips are your best friend. Hook things up with them. I have them all over for pictures. Yes. Yeah, no, we've got a few pictures hung up with command strips because we weren't allowed to put pictures on the wall. The previous tenants left a couple of holes in the wall, so we were able to put pictures in those because we just put a screw in where they left it. But anything else has gone up with command strips. So we have a lot of command strips in this house. Command strips and blue tack. Though the blue tack strips the paint, so we don't use them anymore. I had a sudden worry that I was doing the wrong number. I was like, no, I'm doing the right number. Oh, didn't notice that was on top of the things. Let's push them down. That's the only problem. I can't always see where the plastic cover has been cut and laying there. So I might as well finish this section off, not leave it part done. Oh, ads start in 2 minutes. But look at that, I remembered. I had a sudden panic that I'd forgotten. But we remembered. Yeah, yes. I also have space issues with green screen editor. On a Mac, you can set it to remove the background on your webcam and automatically with an image. I set this to the image of just green, and this gives me a green screen effect on OBS. You might be able to do something similar. Oh, right. So my cameras go through an ATEM. So they go through a vision mixer. I'll have to have a look, see if I can do something like that. That might be useful. I'll have a look, see what I can do. Yeah, I don't know what I can do when it's through the ATEM, but if worse comes to worse, I guess I don't run it through the ATEM and just have it straight through my computer and do it that way. I'm not sure. I almost wonder if I could run it through my laptop, have the laptop as the camera source, and edit to the camera on my laptop to have a green screen thing on it, if I can find a way to do it like the Mac does. I wonder if that would work. Yeah, I'll have a look. Thanks for that. Because if I can just run this one camera through my laptop and edit it through the laptop software and have that fade through, that should work, shouldn't it? That'll work. Use the laptop for a pre-processor. Yes, exactly. Yeah, worth experimenting, definitely. Yeah, thanks for that. That will be a good idea, because my laptop's over there. I can totally run it through my laptop instead, because I know my laptop feeds into the ATEM. I've tested it before. Okay, we have a plan. I will attempt to get that set up for next week's craft stream, and we will see. Because then I can put the camera on this side so that when I'm looking at the screen with the chat, I'll also be looking at the camera, which is how I had it set up previously. It gives me the weekend to try to sort it out. Yay, thank you for the idea. See, where there's a will, there's a way, always. Yeah, I've set my desk up now that I can be sat down, but if I need to stand because things start hurting, I can actually stand and on the same height, because I'm a short ass. So once I'm sat in my chair, I'm the same height as when I stand, basically. And that's with the chair at the highest point. Sometimes being 5'0" has its perks. Oh, that's BRB. Thank you, Azzy. I'm here. I'm just here. I'm in front of my computer. So you can sort of see me. And that is a parcel just dropped off. They've knocked the door and run. How typical of them. Do they allow swear words in this game? Clearly not. Awesome. Thank you. I am still eating my food as well, which is why I'm still stood here. Nope, there's only one H. Should have cow. Oh, well done, Kate. Yeah. Coming back over. Hello again. Turn my screen again. It's gone onto the wrong camera, hasn't it? Hold on. I don't know why it's on the wrong camera. So it's on the wrong camera for words, and now it's on the wrong camera for this. This is going well. What should be on? Camera 1 should be... Not that either. Move out the way, you're in my way. There we go. I'm back. Right. Let's save that layer and it shouldn't change again. I'd forgotten to save it, so when I changed it over, it auto came off. Ooh, I'm knocking the tripod. But hello, Kate. How you doing? I'm in the wrong place. Should I be that way? It should be that way, shouldn't I? This is going well today. Yeah, the words with one is on the wrong camera. I need to set that to stay as the original camera that was set up. But I need to tell the mix effects, it needs to save it as camera 4 for this setup, but camera 3 for that setup in box 1. No, camera 1 for that setup in box 1, which is confusing. But there's a way to do it. I just forgot to do it. And that way, when I'm doing the words on string part, the camera is actually on me. Right. Did we get all the ones? I think we got all the ones. We did. Woohoo. How are you, Kate? How are you doing? Hopefully resting up and not in too much pain today. 792. You alright? Oh, awesome. I hope you're healing up though. I know back's going to be an absolute nightmare. I have a lot of these 792s, these ones, because we actually have 3 whole tubs of it here. Yeah, we have 3 whole tubs. So there's obviously a lot of ones in here. Yeah, it's the background. It's all of this whole background is one. That's a lot we're going to be doing. Right, so let's see. I missed 2 ones straight there. Told you I always miss them. Nope, that's the wrong colour. That's 779, not 792. Stabby. We did it again. Didn't set my timer for the ads. There we go. It's a little off, but it should be close enough that we remember. It's 5 minutes off on the ads. As long as I make sure there's more than 5 minutes left on my timer, then I know that I haven't missed the ad point. Okay. So I think we're going to do these Ys here. Fill these in. There's some there. So I'd almost be tempted to leave them because there's quite a few. I think most of them are in this section actually. There's a few in that section, but not too many. Most of them in this section, and I think there's a few up there, but it's a chunk. Yeah, we'll do the Ys. Okay. Y is 158. 58. Yeah, I'm assuming the delivery arrives my Amazon order. We had hand wash on Subscribe and Save coming, and it arrived with a whole bunch of other stuff yesterday, with the post lady apologising because it was in a plastic bag, this big ass massive plastic bag, because the hand wash had leaked everywhere. An entire refill pack had emptied. Now, lucky enough, everything that was in there was actually wrapped in its own plastics, and so nothing got ruined. So I just had to get a resend of the hand wash, but the box was sodding wet. It was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know how, but somehow one of the packs had just, I don't know if it had burst or got a hole in it somehow, but it's just leaked absolutely everywhere. There's practically nothing left in it. The post lady was happy to take the whole thing back, and I said no, it's hand wash. The worst that happens, I have to wash a few things. My new printer, and that's coming with DPD. I don't know when though. They've had the thing that says that they know that they're going to have a delivery order for me, but they haven't actually got it yet. So probably going to be another day or so before that arrives, which is good because we need that to be able to get the craft room ready for it. Because right now there's no room for it. Because the second 3D printer is coming with the AMS light, so I'll be able to do colour change projects that I've got planned, which will be nice. Is that the measurement? It is. Just stuck down really well. I'm going to try to get this section done for during the stream. That's what we normally do. We normally manage one section. Can you see that? I just realised I keep going over. Just let me know if I go off camera, okay, people? I'm going to have to put a redeem in at some point that you can just yell at me. Glad when I can get back to spinning, but my spinning wheel is kind of blocked in at the moment. I don't have room for doing any of it because I need to finish plying the yarn that I was plying on the last stream I done. I haven't touched it since, so that I can then spin up Abby's fibre that she's asked me to spin up for her. She's not in a hurry, but soon I get it done, soon I can give it back to her, and it's one more thing out of the craft room. Okay, so that's all the wires there, so I think I'm going to do the ones along here. I'll do the ones that are underneath this as well, if I can mark out where the edge is there. Might as well just do those few, because there's no point getting them out. I want to do that section just for a few of them. I don't know what to talk about. Like, some people don't mind if you just sit there crafting quietly, but some people seem to really mind if you don't talk. So I never know which to do. I think it's not so bad when I'm doing the spinning ones, because the sound of the spinning wheel is really nice. But when there's something like this, you kind of want some conversation. But I don't have much to talk about at the moment. I don't have much going on in my life. Just wall show prep and rearranging this house and driving everyone insane. Did get my hearing test through for my first hearing test since I had my hearing aids. So I'm glad they kept saying, they said they were going to do it, then I hadn't heard anything back, so I wasn't sure, but I got it through. And by pure luck, it's actually the day before we go away for the next wall show, so I won't have to miss the setup day for the wall show. So enough it is. still don't know what I'm going to do with this once I've got it done. Probably see if I've got a friend or something who wants it. I don't think I know anyone who would want it. So it may be that I complete it and then I just put it into a charity shop or something. I don't know. I don't think charity shops would take pre-made ones unless I framed it. There was somebody at the Hobbycraft craft fair who actually did make these and frame them and then was selling them as art pieces to hang on the wall and things, which was quite interesting to see. But this just wouldn't go with anything in our own house. I mean, to be fair, nothing goes in this house. Everything's mismatched. But this is just a little too thingy. It's pretty, and I am enjoying doing it. It's just, I got it because I wanted to do crafts, not because there was a specific reason for it. Like, I'm not into swans or anything. I think the Y's stop about there on the look. I don't think I should have done those ones, but they're so far up into the thing. Yeah. I think I'm just going to stop there because if I keep following up, I'm going to end up doing a whole big section into that. So I think I'll make that my highest height. I'll probably change my mind again. We know what I'm like. What I need to do on the next one is try to get the plastic off in one piece and cut it up properly. This wasn't done very even because the plastic kind of tore off in places, so they're just kind of in rough square rectangle sections. Hello, welcome on in. Oh look, that one did work, yay! So one of the new alerts worked then. I've been trying to fix my alerts because they haven't been working very well, but welcome on in. I'm Sonia. Today we're doing 5D painting, but I do painting, gaming, spinning yarn, other craft stuff, anything that takes my fancy really. At some point there will be jigsaw puzzles. But how are you? What have you been up to? You'll have to excuse the back of my head. The camera is in the wrong position. This is a new setup and I'm testing it. So the screen to look at the chat is that way. So you see the back of my head when I look at the chat. I apologise. Right, who do we have? Hello. Trying to see. I'm gonna have to reach my mouse so I can scroll and see you all and type out a shout out. You were crocheting, but mostly chatting too much. That's the best thing to be doing. Let me just reach my mouse. Climb back in my chair. Right, let's see if the mouse will let me scroll up here. So, who do we have? We have Delance. Is it Howells? H. Howells? I'm very bad at pronouncing names. I'm really sorry. And Jay Lapino. So welcome on in, and Shiretone. So welcome on in. Thank you for saying, popping in. And so let me see if we can make the shout out work for you. It's temperamental. It often works, but it often doesn't. So we will see if it'll work in a minute. 2 seconds, I've got to go over to my keyboard. It's working. How's that look? Oh, I can get back in my thing. Oh god, that's such an old clip. Yeah, I don't know how it picks the clips. It just seems to pick some kind of random clip from it. Seems a lot of clips are people's older clips. But what were you crocheting today? So the 5D painting or the diamond paint I'm doing today is a swan. Hopefully you can see it in the camera up here to the side. I don't know if turning the light off will make it any better or worse. Let's try to, I don't know, can you see that? Seems the light seems to be a little iffy on glare. But we've been slowly working on this for a little while. We just kind of pick it up as and when I have time, really. So we've been doing little sections. I'll do this section this stream, and then I'll be making mini stitch marker yarn skeins, earring things for my next wall show. So thought we'd relax today, do this, and then every Thursday from between now and the end of August will actually be me doing little mini stitch markers instead. Looks like a big piece. Yeah, it's 58 centimeters by 48 centimeters, so it's a reasonable size. I don't know if I'll be able to show on this camera. I think it's sort of see it. No, where are we? We're working on there, weren't we? You gotta get food and Mama's house, have fun with me. Thank you for coming along. Hopefully I'll catch you again soon. You take care. And enjoy your food. I've been munching on food on my breaks. Yeah, it's a bit easier to see on that camera, wasn't it? I sort of mostly got it all in. So yeah, nice big swan. But what disappointed me is, I don't know if you can see, is the original image looks that way, quite bright and neon-y like, which is why I chose it. But the actual gems are quite muted, so it's not giving me quite the neon brightness that I was after. One thing you'll discover about me is I really like neon brightness. My hand-dyed yarn, and it's all neons. They glow under black light. I really like colour. But I don't think, can you see my collect? I don't know if you can spot them, but there's a bunch of neon mini skeins just on the shelf there, which I'd done for my advent calendar a couple of years ago. And the black mini skeins are black with neon specks on them. I do like my neon. Yeah, so I'm normally a little better at not having the back of my head to camera, but I recently redone the setup, and we're having a few hiccups of process. I didn't quite get things quite how we needed. I didn't plan ahead well enough for the face cam for crafting setup, and I forgot that I'd have my head the other way to look at the chat screen. So you see the back of my head when I'm looking at the chat screen. So my chat's been very helpfully coming up with some ideas of how I can move the camera and kind of get a block from behind me, because I can't have what's behind me showing because it's my kitchen door and other people in the house go in and out, so I try not to show that. It's alright for my gaming. When I'm doing my gamings on Thursdays, I'm sat at my desk, so the backdrop I've set up is there. But I forgot that would not be the backdrop when I'm crafting. So I've got to work it out. Basically, I'm going to attempt to find a way to green screen that to be my green screen here, but I don't know if that's possible. But we'll work it out. We'll give it a go. We'll see how it works, you know. Oh god, it's yarn talk, because remember you're in yarn jowl. So I also have to run, need to sleep since it's past midnight. Oh god, yeah. Go get some sleep. Yes, sleep well. I don't know how you're streaming till midnight. I can't cope with that. My brain stops working that much. Thank you for popping by and breeding your poop with you. Hopefully I'll be able to catch you sometime. You take care. And I need some more because we were doing the Y's, weren't we? Yes. Oh. Should have put my drink closer, I know that. I have a rule about my fluids, my drinks, being on the opposite side of the table to the Vision mixer, the ATEM, because the ATEM is on loan to me, it's not mine. And I don't want to ruin it. Which means at the moment, my drinks are about 7 foot away from me. And I can only guess that size because the table is on at 6 foot and it's right at the other end of that, and I'm still in the middle of this table. So I have no idea of distance and size otherwise. These tables are quite good. They're basically the commercial style tables of the fold-up ones I use on my wall shows. So they're thicker and can take more weight, which is really good because all my monitors and my computer equipment over there is quite heavy. But it works really well. It's just me getting certain other things the correct way around, like cameras, and then once that's done, I think the setup will be almost complete. I'm just glad that the raid alert worked, because my alerts have been going all funny recently. But I think the dragon one's still incorrect. I think when Duncan used the dragon earlier, it showed hydrate instead of the dragon. Don't know what's going on there. What I might have to do is come up with an alert for the dragon stuff that's separate, so that it doesn't pick up the hydrate image or something. Don't know. Couldn't test them when I set them up earlier because obviously you need to have a camera live in order to test. Right. This is the problem. It goes down like that. It's not straight across, which is what it should have been. Which is why it's making it harder to work out where I should be. I think I should be up there actually, so I should have done some of these ones. If I have it bent from where the thing is there, I think this is where we should be. So let's work from there. So what I'll do is I'll grab the ones back out in a second and do them to the correct height, and then move on to the next ones after, which we'll probably do the owls next. Though my hands are starting to hurt, so it might be that I won't be able to do much more of it. I still need Duncan to make me a wooden one of these, but he's not had time. going to get him to make me a wooden handle that I can poke one of these in. I've got a pink one that doesn't have a attachment on the end, which will work. And then I'll be able to grip it better and it won't hurt so much to use it. With the computer over there, the music's so much more quiet, I can not hear it really, which is making my tinnitus very loud. Should have put something on through my headphones just to reduce the sound. Not headphones, hearing aids, but I kind of forgot to. But if anyone's interested in seeing what the summer wool show was like, there's several people on YouTube who's already got videos out. My stall is featured about 6 minutes into Amora Loves Yarn and about 23 minutes into Sam, oh god, what's her name? Sam, I've forgotten the name. If you search Summer Wool Festival, it comes up. But you can see all the wonderful stalls. I do have video. I need to edit it all to get them out, and then I will have video up on my YouTube channel of the wool show as well. And what I bought, because I did buy myself a couple of little treats. I mainly bought dye because I needed more dye for my yarn, but I also bought a parasol skeleton and some yarn and a pattern to make my own parasol. I bought rainbow colour, so it's going to be a rainbow parasol. I already have the parasol skeleton that I bought off of my friend Ali, but I was having trouble finding patterns that were the correct size. All the patterns I found were 8 spoke, and hers is a 10 spoke one. Or the other way around, can't remember now. Yeah, I think hers is a 10 spoke and all the patterns were 8 spoke. But this pattern is a 10 spoke pattern, and she has a second one pattern for it as well. So I'm going to buy the second one. I'm going to do the first one, then buy the second one she has, so that I can do both parasols. And then I'll have some nice pretty summer parasols. I'm actually going to make a giant one to go over Duncan's golf umbrella, so I can actually have something pretty in the rain as well. Because I'm going to find a way to attach the golf umbrella to my wheelchair in the rain, because my wheelchair can't be used in the rain otherwise. If I can protect it with the umbrella, that'd be great. And if it means that people have to get out of my way, even better, because then maybe they'll stop bashing me around the head with their handbags, which would be really nice. Gone so far over in my section this time. I did this one in, I think, 5 sections. Might end up doing this one in 3 because I keep doing further and further over. Never mind, it doesn't matter. It's not a set one that I have to do. It was just an arbitrary amount and size I came up with. So I can do it however I want because it's my picture. Okay, I think that's all the Y's. So I'm going to get the ones out again, and I'm just going to fill in that gap there with the ones up to that point there. Should be where I got to, so I should fill in just there, but I might as well just finish that bit there really. Might get the falls and do those few there. Didn't do them because of the plastic here, but the plastic actually goes to such an angle that it should have been more cost there, and I should have done those falls as well. Come on, there you go. Okay, so let's redo the ones, which was 792. So just checking there's nothing major. Got a load of notifications, so just checking there's nothing that I need to worry about. Right. There we go. Fill in the ones. So there's going to be a lot of this colour by the end with all the ones going around that whole thing. I'm hoping that's going to make the other colours pop out nicely, but we will see. I'd attempted to get a custom one done years ago with one of my photography pictures, and they did a good job at turning it into the image into a diamond painting, but the problem was they didn't size it correctly. It was only out by like a couple of millimeters, but it was enough to cause the gems to bunch up against each other and cause it wavy and keep popping them off. They apologised after I sent them video and photo footage of what was going on, and they gave me a refund. So they were very good about it, but it was a shame because I was quite looking forward to using my own photos on some of these. The original plan was to turn them into some cross stitch patterns and some crochet tapestry patterns and things like that, but I just haven't had time to do them. The problem when you do so many crafts, finding the time to do all of them is near on impossible. So I really want to get my bobbin lace out because I've got this awesome bobbin lace pumpkin I want to do ready for Halloween. But I just haven't had time to get out to practice. I'm very, very new to bobbin lace, so I need a bit of practice before I attempt to do the pumpkin because it's of a higher skill level. She has a video to help, so I'm sure I could do it, but you know, it's better to have a bit more practice before trying to do something complicated. I might as well just do the rest of these ones, hadn't I? I mean, I can't stick to a straight line. I can't stick to a decision. I change my mind each time. It's like, I'm not going to go past the line. Yes, I am. Might get a stand up to do it in a minute because my legs are starting to hurt sat down. Problem is, when I stand too long, my ankles and feet swell really badly and I can't walk then. But if I sit for too long, then the pain in my legs, my ankles, and my hips gets too much. It's like finding that balance is a pain in the butt, literally. Finish these ones, and then while I switch over to the next one, which I think we said I was going to do falls, didn't I? I'll stand up for that. Got some new videos coming out for YouTube soon. I bought some hand wind and an electric Knit and Nancy French knitting doll type thing. I have the Knit and Nancy French knitting doll on my YouTube already, as the traditional wooden ones that you think of, and it's done really well on the videos. But I thought I might test out the hand binding one and the electric one and see what they're like. So I'm going to do a box opening and a review on them and see what they're like. So keep an eye out for that. And you can let me know what you think about them too. I'm going to try really hard to get back to doing the videos where I box open a craft product, a craft tool, and then test it out and show how it works and everything, because those videos always did go down well. So I'm going to try to get back to it. That's part of the reason for this change around, so that I've always got a filming area set up, because then it'll be easier for me to film and go live and do that without having to move everything around. So that's why I did it. But with just a few teething problems, but we're getting there. That's what matters. You know, slowly but surely gets the job done. 161. Meant to stand up. I forgot. So I do. I could just pick things up and carry on. But I really need a drink, so I'm going to stand up so I can go and get it in a second. I was going to hold off to the next break, but still like 11 minutes left or something, and I haven't got 11 minutes in me. I need the drink. So that's the falls done. Let's stand up and get me drink. It's going warm. Right. Now I've got my footstool and my chair stuck together. There we go. Put my chair there. Put my footstool back under there. And we'll stand for a little bit. With me standing, that needs to be a little higher, doesn't it? Didn't quite anticipate that. Let's see. Sorry if I make any of you dizzy with the movement of these a minute. How's that? Nope, that didn't like it went up any higher at all. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? That way. There. Problem is, it's so zoomed in, it's so close to my face. It's another thing, I need it further away. I've tried to make it not zoomed in, but that's actually as far back as it goes, which is annoying. But again, this is something we'll work on. We will get the camera position correct. It should have been the correct height for me sitting or standing, but obviously I must have messed up the height slightly because of the zoom. But we will get there. Right, let's do the owls. Let's do down here. You see that, guys? I'm gonna do there. So owls are 327. 327. Put my slippers on. There's hardwood floors. Not hardwood. Hard vinyl floors. They're not the comfiest to stand on without slippers. I do like this colour. It's a really pretty colour. I don't know if you can see the focus. It's a really pretty colour. Quite like it. So I would have loved it if the number ones were this colour and we had a lot of that colour. That would be really cool. Change that fan position because it's blowing my hair in my face a little. That's a bit better. So do people like the close-up cam and then the full cam on the other camera? I was just trying so that people can see what the whole image is. Well, I'm also working on it, but I don't know if it's a lighting thing. I have the light on, but yeah. Don't think I can make it any better than that. That's an odd shaped one, it's just a little round one. There we are, 6 minutes before that. Honestly tempted to end my stream early today because I'm struggling a little today. Haven't got as much as I would have liked done before I end the stream, but yeah, it's forced to still an hour and a half before I normally end, but I'm not sure I've got an hour and a half left in me. See how I feel after the next ad break. I'll have a little bit more food and something cold to drink, and and then see if I can carry on. Might be that I only do another half hour or something. This setup will also be the same setup for doing jigsaw puzzles, so you can see what I'm working on close up while seeing the whole frame and all the other pieces at the same time. I'm hoping that will be interesting for you guys, because I will be working on some big ones. I'm going to start with my 1,000-piece jigsaws, but slowly but surely I will work on bigger and bigger ones. The 9,000-piece one's going to be quite a way off, but we might get to the 2,000 and 3,000-piece ones. Not soon, but possibly close to the end of the year, maybe the beginning of next year, depending on how many of the 1,000 pieces I get through. Depends on how much I get done per stream. Still need to do a video showing my jigsaw puzzle collection to go up onto my secondary YouTube channel, which is the one I use purely for puzzles and games. That's why I put the replays and the short videos and things. But I haven't got around to filming that either yet. But now I've got them more organised over there. We should be able to film them reasonably quickly. Not quickly, easily. I can work on one shelf at a time or something, because most of the shelves have all the same brand on them, unless they were the wrong size, so I had to take creative license. The wax is going off of this. Two minutes before ads, people. Gonna want to get at least these owls finished and whatever's in this section here, I think, before I even consider ending the stream, because I want to at least have some reasonable progress done today, as I don't know when I'll be back to doing it. Depends, I might knock out all of the stitch markers really quickly, but if we go and think like my last stream, making them, it's a lot slower to make them on stream. So what normally takes me a minute, I only got 12 done in an hour. Normally I'd have like 60 knocked out in that time. Yeah, Cheadle, we've had this discussion. The camera's in the wrong place. It's the only way it's going to work. It's going to be moved next time. But for now, you see the side of my head while we're working, because I need to move it. But we had to work out a way to have some kind of screen behind me, because of the kitchen is literally just there. So I couldn't have the face cam straight on like I normally do. But we've possibly come up with a solution, which I'm going to be testing out later on. And if it was, then next Thursday the camera will be in the correct place. And when I'm looking at the chat, I'll actually be looking at you instead of the opposite way around. So at the moment, the chat's that side, and you're that side, and the rest of it's this side. So it's all a bit skewish today. There's a few hiccups with the setup, but we're working on it slowly. But how are you doing? And I can't zoom out anymore on the camera. That's as far as it goes. It literally doesn't go any more. It's just too close. But we will fix it next time. Yeah, the main thing is the big camera down here. If you can see that, we're good. But how are you doing? What have you been up to? Just noticed you said, I'm in here and you're alive. I'm glad you're alive. So, not done a puzzle that big. Yeah, no, the biggest I've done so far is 1,500 pieces. So it's a learning curve for me. But I've got some puzzles that are the same size in multiple. Like you could just see up there, there's a 2,000 and 1,500, all of the same image. So that I can practice the image and work my way up slowly so that I can better learn how to adapt for bigger pieces. And I also have a 4,000 and a 1,000, they're the same image, so I can check and adapt with those ones. So I will I'll show you the gradient ones. So this one I have in, you can see the camera there, I have in 2,000, 1,500. So that's what I use to practice with. And then, if I can see it over here, I have this image in 1,000 and 4,000. So I'll do this one first, see how I cope and what I've learned before I move on to the 4,000 piece one. But the 5,000 piece ones I got are quite colourful, so they should be easier to break down into sections. But the 9,000 piece, it's individual framed pictures, so though it's going to be much harder, I should still be able to break it down into different sections to do. Vicky Makes and Builds just been building it herself on her channel. It's the Disney Museum 9,000 piece one, which is a really pretty image, but it's going to take me a while to get to that one. Especially because, quite frankly, I don't have room for a 9,000 piece puzzle yet. I've set this table up so I can do the 1,500 easily on this table. I've got to do the math to see if I can push the 2,000 on here. But anything bigger than that will have to be done in sections and then put together on the floor or something when I'm done. If head leaning forward off cam only, seeing the side of the back of head is the content going forward. If head leaning forward off cam only, seeing the side of the back of your head is the content going forward. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be seeing my head in this camera, which, as long as you're not seeing my head in this camera, we're okay. This one, we're pretending it doesn't exist for most of it, unless I'm looking at it. Because the option was this or no face cam, which we can go with. I can turn off the face cam if people prefer, if the back of my head's annoying people. I would like to find one that would be a craft thing in a large account. Yeah, I think the only craft related ones I've got is 1,000 piece, which is quite pretty. It's here. So this is a knitting one, which I'm looking forward to doing. This is 1,000 piece. I haven't seen any craft related ones bigger yet, but I'm on the lookout for them because I do want them. And then I don't know if any of you guys follow Karen Puzzles on YouTube. I actually have all 3 of her puzzles, so I'm looking forward to doing them. They look fun. No, it's creating jokes in your head. Oh god. My big head. Had a noise and I have no idea what that was for. Oh, I know what noise is. We missed the ads again. I'm going on a little ad break because I missed them again. I will be back in a second. Hiya. I'm here, but I'm just trying to fix it. Should be the correct camera. There we go. We've got it fixed. Let me lock this camera in place. Kept doing the wrong camera. Okay. Hopefully we've locked that camera in place and it'll stop moving. Oh, I gotta stop fiddling. I was actually eating, so I wasn't getting much done. No, you've already done that. God, I need to look what you've done before I try typing. I actually don't have a clue on any of these. Sorry, I'm still eating, I'm hungry. Right, should we go back to the normal? Let this one end a second, and then we'll go back to normal camera and I'll go back over to crafting. Which hopefully, if I've set it right, the camera should switch back over. But this is my gaming backdrop, so we've got that almost right. There we go. So let's... Yeah, there we go. Just switch to the correct camera. We're getting there. We're slowly but surely working this out. You can see the massive mess that is my craft room, and it's a nightmare. I just wish this camera would zoom out. It doesn't zoom out. It just goes further in. It goes in. But that's as far out as it goes. I wonder if there's a way to change it on here. Let's have a look, see. Now that just changes the size, not the zoom. Yeah, no, I can't change it anywhere else, I'm afraid. It's stuck with my giant head, I'm afraid. But it will be further away once we've got it over there, so it won't be so bad. It didn't have viaduct. Yeah, you'd think it would have, that should have been like the highest scoring word. As you probably noticed, I didn't get anything. I'm really bad at working out words when there's no E's. I'm just so used to almost every word having E's. I'm just really bad at this game, let's face it. I suck at word games, but they're fun, so I do them anyway, you know? It's all a bit of fun, isn't it? Enjoyed watching your stream yesterday. Sorry I didn't say goodbye. You'd actually left just when I was starting to fall asleep, so I'd gone to get a cold shower to try to wake up. By the time I come out, you'd left. But I watched most of it. And the cold shower didn't help. I actually fell asleep. I got dressed and then fell asleep on the bed. I think I got a few minutes into Holly's stream and then went... You may not have seen what I said before, game. I was just putting your Discord, the one Sue's mum made from the... Yes, I did see. I gave it a heart in the Discord. I meant to say when we come back and I forgot. It's really pretty. So did you just get given it fully completed in frame, or did you get to do the actual 5D painting part of it? And saying earlier, I don't know what I'm doing with this one. Once it's done, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing with it. I don't want it. I wanted to do the picture because I thought it was going to be more neon colours from what it was advertised as. But it's really not that much neon colours. And the swans are beautiful, but I wanted a neon swan because, you know, it's weird and wonderful. No, God knows she made it for me. It is beautiful. Work of art. Much neater than my ones. I still need to get that Lego Toothless now. Since I've seen yours, I was like, Now I really want it because they're so cute. Oh, I forgot, why is the hydrate thing coming up for Mr. Chat? I reset all of my alerts. I've redone them all. This should not be happening. I don't know why. Right, so DVD stream boring. Noted for future. No, not boring. I was just absolutely crashing from the weekend. I was thoroughly enjoying the stream, but I just could not stay awake. Which, to be fair, is most of the time now. The only time I'm awake in the afternoons at the moment is if I'm streaming. And even this I'm struggling with today. I'm very, very fatigued. Once we finish getting this organised and all around, then I'll have more time to rest, because making stitch markers and other supplies for the next wall show I can do while resting mostly, because the 3D printer will do the yarn bolts. I just have to set it up and let it do. So it's mainly going to be the yarn stitch markers that I need to replace, because I'm not getting any more yarn dyed or fibre dyed between now and then. I ruled it out. By the time I'd got a delivery of stock of the undyed stuff and then had time to dye it and dry it, it would be too late for the wall show, because my wholesalers takes around 10 working days to get my stuff to me, so it's got to arrive here, and then I've got to dye it all and dry it all in 2 weeks, which is not enough time to get everything done. So I just figured I'm not going to do any. I'll go to the Southern Wool Show with the stock I got, and I have plenty of stock, and I sold loads, but I still have plenty of stock, because I always try to have my full range of fibres and colourways, and so it leaves me lots behind for the next show. So hopefully the next couple of weeks I can rest a bit more, which would be really nice, because I really need to. You know, just joshing with me. I know you are. It's part of what keeps me awake. Got to make sure I'm paying attention to what you say, to what's serious and what's joking. Though to be fair, I'm not sure how much of anything we say that's serious. My hands are definitely not happy with me doing so much of this today. I'll have to hope Duncan gets time to make me the wooden one of these soon. But he's got so many crochet hooks to remake ready for the show. I'm not sure he's going to have time for a little while. Okay, I think that's all the owls. You know when you're serious because you put on my serious face. I think my face is just confused permanently. When I'm being serious, joking, whatever, I'm just so tired. My face is like, what am I doing? Right, we are doing these, which is backslash. So that is 3371. 3371. 3371. Here we go. I think I need to sit back down in my chair again. Let me pull over my chair. Climb into it. With the new table set, my chair's much higher. Now that's too low. Now you only see the top of my head. Okay, let's drop this down slightly, shall we? Oop. Let's see if I got that in the right place. That was too low. This is hard work. Oh, you look even more dwarf. Yes. Actually, I have to be careful because if I don't think about it, my serious face apparently looks scary. Oh, I don't think there's anything scary about you, Cheeto. Let me take this up ever so slightly. Again, this won't need to be rearranged once we've got the set up in the proper place. It'll be once we've got it set up over there, it'll be further away, so I won't have to keep rearranging it so much. It's just because it's so close at the moment, which is really annoying, but not much I can do about it. My mum is shorter than me, and we saw an ad for Oompa Loompas. Some company was hiring people to be a Oompa Loompa, and she got so excited when she found out she was too tall to be an Oompa Loompa because she'd never been too tall for anything in her life. Because my mum's, I think she's 4'10", I think. So she's shorter than me, which takes some doing, let's be fair. Yeah, I don't know where Mally got his height from. He's the tallest of all of us. But then one of my brothers, Stuart, he's way taller than the rest of us. I don't know where he got his height from. Plastic cheating again. Oh, now my hand's stuck to it. That's clever. Don't know which one of these I'm going to do next. I've got dolphin one, I've got cat one, I've got an owl one. Apparently I went animal themed when I bought these. I did have a Beauty and the Beast one, which I can't remember if I've done yet or not. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what other ones. I had a Harry Potter one, which I have definitely already done. And then I think there was a lion or a tiger. I did one of them, and I think I've got the other one to do. So I've got a few different options of ones to do, but it's going to be a little while before I do it, because I've got to make all the stuff for the wall show, and then I really have to get working on my cross stitch. I've done the odd thing off stream, but I need to do a lot more on it because I'm so far behind. I was hoping to be at the halfway point by the end of this year, and I don't think I'm even at the quarter-way point at this moment. In fact, I'm probably nowhere near it. You're 5'6", Shell. Oh my god, I've been looking up at you like this, haven't I? I wish I was taller. It'd be so nice to be taller. I don't want to be like super tall, but I wouldn't mind being, 5'4", 5'5". That would be nice. Just a little extra height. It was right when I was younger because I used to wear like 8-inch heels, so I looked normal. But I can't wear heels like that anymore, so I can't hide my height. I wore heels all through school. I just wore really long trousers so the teachers couldn't see them. And by hills, what I mean is, you know, the good old-fashioned 90s platforms. You know, things that are like this thick. Your kids are taller than I am. God, how tall are your kids? I mean, to be fair, all my kids are taller than me, but that doesn't make them tall. I think Mally's maybe about 5'8" or something. I'm not quite sure. I think Duncan's about 5'6", I think. So if he's 5'6", Mally's probably about 5'8". Kurt's somewhere around Duncan's height, and Reese is in between. But Reese refuses to admit that his younger brother is taller than him. He won't have it, so he just won't stand next to him. People who know what me that, but imagine a 6-foot long-haired bearded giant with a serious face and the shadows of wings on stage. The usual. Okay, yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, definitely could see that. I've been backstage when I was a child actress, and some of those areas can be quite dark. So yeah, I suppose you could be a little scary coming out of that, especially when I was tiny. I do miss acting, but my brain could not remember words nowadays to be able to do it. For a little while, my middle son took after me. He was actually part of what we call the Orderly Players, which is the local amateur dramatics group here. And he often played the lead role. He was really good. And he'd actually been invited to go to acting school, do you call it? I don't know. Down in Plymouth. Go to uni and do the acting down there. But he didn't want to do it. He did do some training at the Playhouse as part of the college training around here. But he decided he didn't enjoy it and wanted a different career, so he quit. Which is fair enough, but he keeps deciding and quitting on multiple different careers. But he's stuck this one out. He's now a qualified mechanic, but he's had enough of doing cars, but he's doing it purely because it makes good money. And he has a lot of cars because he really likes cars. Right, that's them done. My youngest is 5'9", my oldest is 5'11", my boys are 6'2" and 6'5". Jesus Christ. They're huge. To cover the mic there, sorry. Wow, that's so tall. See, if I had sons like that, they'd be able to put all my things up without me having to use a stepladder. That'd be nice. Because you can't see, but there's more up there. But I have to get Duncan in that to use a stepladder to put them up there because I can't reach. But they wouldn't need a stepladder, they'd just go like that. Right. Let's see. So we've still got these around here. What time are we? 5:34. Is why when I worked with kids, I always put my hair in pigtails so the big scary man looked less scary. Oh, please tell me you got pictures. I need to see pictures. Hopefully that was nothing important. Got so many notifications, I'm forgetting which ones I saw and which ones I haven't at this point. My brother once again has messaged me while I'm streaming. He knows I stream every Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, yet every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon he sends me a message. don't know why the hydrate is coming up. I redid all of the alerts, and it shouldn't. The hydrate one's supposed to only come up when you redeem hydrate. That's what I set it at, to only do when you redeem hydrate. Whereas the other one is supposed to come up when anything else is redeemed. But for some reason, it just seems to always be coming up. And I don't know why. That's bugging me. I'm going to switch over to gaming in a minute, just so I can have camera over there. It's on the wrong camera again. Oh my god. Why are you on the wrong one? So you should be on camera 1. Right. There. That should be the right one now. Let's see if we can look in the back end and see what's going on with my alerts. I don't know what's going on with them. Doing it on stream as usual. Such clever professional work here. Right. Right, let's see if that works. What comes up there? Puzzle time. I have no idea what come up behind that, but oh, the sound alert thing. That one worked. Why have you gone over? Try that one, see how that one works. Okay, have we potentially got it? Doesn't look like the celebrations, the fireworks part worked, but I'll take that, I don't care. Okay, back to crafting. I pressed the wrong one. Crafting. There we go. Right, hopefully that is fixed again, but we will find out in a second. See if it stays ready for the next one. I haven't from theatre, but I do have one. I had them in Butlins. Hey, Butlins I do. I did love all your lost t-shirts and that for Butlins. That was really good. Right, let's do the 3s up here, I think. There, so let's do these here. So 3s are 3, 7, 6, 8. 3, 7, 6, 8. One day my alerts would go off and they won't be wrong. The raid one worked correct today, so that's a bonus. And I might have to try to set a separate one for the dragons at some point, because that one was also having the hydrate, but maybe sort itself out now. We will see. But I'm going to have to work out that sound alerts one, because it's now having 2 alerts come up simultaneously. Let's have a look, see. Oh, perfect. It's amazing how long your hair is. You don't always spot it, but it is really long, isn't it? And it's such a pretty colour. I'm assuming that's your natural hair colour. I don't remember what mine is anymore. The roots are my natural colour. But that's about it. I'm looking forward to the cooler weather, because I'll finally be able to wear some of the funky colour wigs I got, but it's been too hot to wear them. It does look long, doesn't it, Cheryl? It's so pretty. I'm still trying to convince Duncan to grow his longer. He's done well, to be fair. He always had very short, neat, tidy, like short back and sides haircuts. But I always knew his hair was super curly, and I'm like, just grow it long for a little bit so that I can see how it looks when it's curly. Which he did, bless him. And then he kind of likes it, so he's kept it. It's longer than mine a bit. It's maybe to there. But the curls shorten it up. But he's on about not letting it go any longer. But I really want him to, because it's just so pretty. I wish I had curls like him. Mine's wavy, and if I put proper styling into it, it is curly, but it's not. It doesn't hold the curl. You know, it bounces up once it's wet and washed into curls, and then throughout the day it becomes more wavy. Whereas Duncan's stays curly. I'm so super jealous. I think part of my problem is I spent years straightening my hair and forcing it straight, that now it doesn't want to be curly anymore. Because all 3 of my boys were born with pure blonde ringlets, which you wouldn't be able to tell nowadays. Kurt's hair has still got its curly state. It's actually really gorgeous, but he has more natural dark hair like mine now. And his is really long. Reese's hair would be curly if he let it grow, but he intentionally keeps it like super short, like buzz cut short, because he doesn't want any curl. My dad had curly hair, but Mally's hair is quite thin and long, so it doesn't hold any kind of shaping. I've trimmed it recently, so it's not as long as it was, because we're trying to get it to be healthy again, because he wore a lot of caps, and so that just kind of ruined his hairline. But he's working on getting it healthy again. There's also when I let the kids do what they want with my hair, and they gave me space buns and gems. Space buns, oh, that's amazing. I love space buns and gems. That's just a really cool idea. Kids can be so creative, and they don't care what your hair is. They're just going to think about what can we do with it. If it's straight, curly, long, short, they're just going to find something inventive to do with it. I actually have a doll's head here, like a hairdressing doll's head that I use for displaying headbands and snoods and things. that my nieces used to come over, and they spend hours playing with it, just doing all sorts of different hairstyles. And I teach them how to do a weave in a hairstyle. I mean, like actually weaving the hair to make funky like hats and things. Yes, make hats out of hair. And they do all sorts of really cool stuff, but they're older now, so they don't come over anymore. How? One of them's got their own kid now, so. You've never dyed your hair? I wish I could say the same. I got my first highlights when I was 14, maybe 15. It was work experience. I had work experience at hairdressers, and they gave me highlights and cut my hair. My mum was not impressed, because at that time I had waist length hair, and I'd gone to work with waist length natural mousy brown hair, and I came home with blonde highlights and kind of down to their hair. Mum was really not happy, but since then I've just been cutting and dyeing my hair for years. At the end of the day, it all grows back, so I don't care. Whereas my twin sister, she's done the odd dye job, not bleaching, just the odd, like going black or something. But she never cuts her hair. She trims it, don't get me wrong, it's healthy, but she doesn't cut it. And then she moans because my hair can get longer than hers, just like because my hair's used to being cut short and then going really long again. I've had everything from waist length almost down to my bum. In fact, at one point it might have been at my bum, to inverted bobs. I haven't had a pixie cut, but I've had inverted bobs, and I don't mind. I changed my hair a lot back when I could. I'm too tired to do it nowadays. Space buns is in. Yes. It's like for several years the messy bun was in, and I never understood that. I never understood why people wanted to go out of the house looking like their hair hadn't been combed for a week and they just shoved it up. I sleep with my hair like that, and I might wander around the house with my hair like that, but I'd never go outside like it. But space buns, I totally would go outside like it. I would totally wear space buns. Another rando. Okay. Oh, I think that rando came from there. I'll replace it. So that's the 3 done, but I noticed I missed a few Ys there, which happens to be the rando that came up. That came off there, so that actually works out better because I can just grab the Ys and replace that one while doing the ones I missed. Hey, I have a messy bun. Yes, but you're not out of the house, are you? You're at home working. Nothing wrong with doing it while you're at home. I mean, if that's what floats your boat, then go out in a messy bun. I never understood it. There was girls at our school who always had they had lovely pure blonde long hair, but it was always done in these really messy styles that, a braid that was half falling out and all this stuff. But the one thing my mum did well was hair. And so me and my twin sister always had these most amazing hairstyles. We had fishtail braids and 6-strand braids and all sorts. We always had wonderful. At one point, we actually had our hair fully thinly braided, which of course nowadays would be frowned upon at school. But back then I got away with it. And so the girls started trying to make sure their hair was neater because they couldn't be outdone by us, because they were the rich snobs and we were the council house estate people, and so we couldn't possibly look better than them. So it was always good fun to see them attempt to do some of the stuff that Mum done in our hair. They didn't do so well, but you know, that's what you get. My mum was just really good at hair, which is weird because she's not a hairdresser. My auntie Linda is. But she just was really good. She would have been a fantastic hairstylist, but it's not something she ever wanted to do. Right, Y's. 158. 158. I have been out of the house, that's why I was like, oh well, no. Well, if you like it, that's all that matters, isn't it? What I think doesn't matter. There's people who criticise people going out in leggings, and I always go out in leggings. What did I miss? I don't know what one I missed. I saw your space buns, and you had a messy bun and you'd gone out of the house. Oh, you put space buns in Discord. I missed the in Discord part. Oh yeah, you even got gems. It looks amazing. That is so cool. This is me and my bestie shows full length. Hang on, sorry, just realised my camera might be on screen there. Hopefully it wasn't. Sorry if it was, cheated. My dad had to shave twice a week because his beard grew so twice a day because his beard grew so fast, and he kept his hair short. He had me cut it for him because he had curly hair, but he liked having short back. And these bits here, the curl always made them stick out, so you had to go short and short to stop them sticking out. And I'm like, just embrace the curves. But he wouldn't embrace the curls. He wanted it short and neat. I did his hair for years. I think I only stopped when I moved to Plymouth, and then he died, so I couldn't do it anymore. Right, that's fixed the Y's. Come on. Hello. Alright, so let's do the 6s. I think. Yeah, let's do the 6s. That'll fill in this gap here. Because we're almost at the top to where the plastic is. These ones are underneath the plastic. So 6 is 160. Some blue grey. Yeah, I'd love if Duncan grew his hair down to his waist. I don't think he ever will, but I'd love it if he would. So if you can hear walking that behind me, Mally's not at work today, so he's been in and out of the kitchen, and so's Kim today. I'm hoping the mic keeps most of it away, but now that I'm closer to the kitchen, I don't know if it does. Little one just there. That's all of the 6s. Done a very odd shape of section today. Instead of my nice neat rectangle, we've kind of gone a bit all over the place. But never mind. Right, so yeah, so we need to do those ones because they're still not covered in. Same with those. But what are we at? We're at 456. Yeah, we should get some more done. Let's do these X's first. As though there's a couple of 7s there, the rest of them are more that side. So we'll do the X's first, which is 8, 2, 3. 2, 3, where are you? 8, 2, 3. Just hear my voice. Ah, perfect. So the mic's doing a good job then. Random red orange ones in here. My little pocket thing on my gem holder is going to have so many random gems dumped in it. There's the tape. So this is the line we're supposed to have followed here. Just along there. That's it, yep. So that's the line we should have stopped at, but of course I went along here a little too. Because it just made sense to finish them off. I'm looking forward to seeing what this looks like when it's finished. I just wish it had been the more neon colours that it was advertised as. My hand's in the way half the time when doing this. No, can't be helped. Gotta make sure my heart rate monitor doesn't pull off the gems that keep scraping against them. One thing that annoys me about this particular brand is they didn't keep the shapes to more obvious separations. There are some that you have to rely on the background colour to make sure you're doing the right one, which is not the best move. You know, between all the shapes and the full alphabet and the full numbers, we should have been able to have a bunch of symbols that didn't cross over. Starting to struggle to keep my eyes open. I'm starting to crash. We made it longer than I thought I would. We made it at 5 o'clock. But the next ad break is apparently about 4 minutes. Yeah. So what I might do is skip the ad break and just read out at that point. Because I'm starting to crash big time here. And I can't very well do this if my eyes are closed. After I fill in that gap there, it's a little past the plastic, but as I said, the plastic on this one is it's not straight, so it doesn't matter. Right, I think I'm just going to fill in those bits there. It's underneath that plastic, but at the end of the day, it's the same colour got out, so I might as well do it. And this is why I can't keep a straight line, because I keep going past to do the rando colours. But I think once I've done this, I'll probably end it there. From next week, Duncan will probably be working in the evenings doing woodwork, so I might stream later than 5:30 on those days, if I can keep myself awake. Just so that I'm not on my own while he's out doing woodwork. But I'm still recovering from the wall show this week, so I haven't got it in me to do longer. So I'd even finish that sentence at this point. My brain is on strike. Almost done. There we go. Ads in a few seconds. I'm just gonna find a way to pause the ads a minute. I'm pretty sure I can snooze them. Snooze. Okay. Snooze the ads for 5 minutes. Good job I looked up. My timer was slightly off by about 30 seconds. I need one more. That's way more than one, but means there's more of them upright. There. Okay. I think we'll leave the 7s till next time. And this little section here, I'll put the plastic back on top of it. From how I did with it. It's there somewhere. There it is. I'm not sure how well it'll stick, but we will try. There's only a little bit there, but there you go. So we're going to leave that there. So yeah, this is what we've got done. So we're getting there. Let's see. On camera. Let me go over that way. Hello. The full cam's on this camera instead of that one. Might have to set up a secondary one for that or something, I don't know. Never mind. Anyway, turn this around so I can see the chat. Right. Yeah, so let's see who we've got we can raid, because I'm tired. Let's do the raid message first. Just that way. My uninventive raid message. Just that way I can copy it. Right, who do we have? I'm going to try to do someone who's not been up too long. I want crafty stuff. Julio is playing The Bug's Life. Not crafty, so not one we're going to raid, but I might go and watch them while I fall asleep. Looks like Allow Cool Lib has only been up for half hour or so, so maybe we'll pop into Allow Cool Lib. So thank you for coming along, joining, and putting up with my rather technical difficulty stream. Hopefully normal with service will soon. Look, you can see all of my stuff. This is my eating snack, but Tuesday stream is better. This is set up for Tuesday stream now, but Thursdays, as you can see, I've got some changing I need to do, but we will get there. Slowly but surely, isn't it? That's all that matters. So I'm going to go, and I will see you all soon. Thank you for joining me before I'd even started the show. I always count on you to be there and keep me company. But I will see you all soon. You'll take care. Bye.